And it is 7:35, and good morning. We are back here on KFYO Mornings with Dave King and Matt Martin. And in the house this morning is Stephen Garcia with the Women's Protective Service. That's an agency that does God's work, that's for sure. Many years ago, I was on the board of Women's Protective Service, and I know I'm pretty familiar with the organization and the great work that they do. How are you doing this morning, Stephen?
Good. How are you guys?
Well, we're pretty good. So we're having a fundraiser for WPS.
Yes, it's the biggest fundraiser of the year for us.
Before we go there, Women's Protective Service is it's a private organization, is it not?
Yes, we are a nonprofit organization.
Are you funded by any? Do you have any funding that's on a regular basis from the community?
We do. United Way.
United Way
helps us out a lot.
We're not United Way agency.
Yes, sir. United Way does. We got some sources like grants and stuff like that, and that we apply for locally. Well, actually, on every level, both federal, state, and local grants that we all try to piece together to keep us going.
Yeah.
So, Women's Protective Services it's a pretty well-known organization, but just in case, could you tell us kind of what they do?
What we do is we're a domestic violence shelter. We're geared for keeping the victims, women, children, and a few men, safe from violence and sheltering them, providing clothing, food, the basic human necessities, and then really going from there and getting them healed and educated, and hopefully self-sufficiency is the ultimate goal.
Mm-hmm.
And
help
that's
them
what we
get
do.
out of the situation that they were in.
Yes.
Yeah, but it is a place where you go for protection. Usually,
it is.
Usually, if you got a domestic violence situation and the woman has nowhere to go, she cannot go to. Maybe her family doesn't have a family, or maybe it's out of state. She can't get there. Her money supply is cut off. They'd come to Women's Protective Services.
Yes, sir. It's not just Lubbock County. There's 11 surrounding counties as well. So we're pretty much it
You
for
service
the South
those?
Plains. Yes, sir. So if, like, let's say, for instance, Bailey County is one of our counties out in Muleshoe. 2 o'clock in the morning, there's an incident that just occurred, and the police call us and say, hey, we need a lady needs safety, that kind of thing.
Yep.
We'll talk to her on the phone, and then we'll head out there and pick her up and bring her back
And
to the
she'll
shelter.
stay in police custody until you get there.
Yes, sir.
So they
Yeah.
protect her.
Every pickup we do, no matter where it is, what town, we're always going to have a police standby as a safety precaution.
Yeah. So your facility is you kind of keep it secret, don't you?
We try as best as we can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we don't want it to be well known where you have a husband that is there beating on the door wanting to find their wife.
Right. Yes.
So anyway, you have a fundraiser coming up.
We do this Saturday, August 11th, 5:30. We're going to have our Hearst benefit drawing, and so what we're doing is we've got a couple of John Deere products that it's a reverse raffle, and a couple of gators. One of them's kind of a fancy enclosed cab with the
nice,
heating, air conditioning kind of thing. And we've got a little tractor with a front loader and a cutter in the back, and it's on a 16-foot trailer. And then we've got a commercial mower as well. And so they're all John Deere products. So they're going to be pretty nice little gizmos.
Well, sure, and I'm sure that there are probably a small group of people that would just really love to have those products. Can they be viewed online?
They can. They can go to our Facebook, Women's Protective Services Facebook. We've got a kind of like a snapshot of our poster on there, and they can call us at 747-6491. We can get them a ticket, run a ticket out to them, or any Hearst Farm Supply store is selling them as well.
Oh, well, cool.
Yeah.
Very good.
And so if somebody wants, they're hearing this and they're like, well, I don't know that I want a raffle ticket, but I want to start donating to the Women's Protective Services, how would they do that?
They would call our hotline number, that 747-6491 number, and it can be monetary, it can be clothing, it can be toiletries. If you kind of think of us like a hotel in some regards, we're always needing like pillows, blankets,
Toothbrushes?
sheets, toothbrushes, yes, deodorant, shampoo, all that kind of stuff that we kind of take for granted on a daily basis. That's what we're needing because our population is so transient. We may get a family of 5 one night, and then the next night we get, a single person. And they may stay for 6 months. They may stay for a weekend or one night. So we never know. It's always constantly flowing like that. And so we're always in need of those kind of products.
You never know how much they're going to have with them either. Right?
Exactly. Pretty much anything, whatever they can carry, that's about it. We just don't have the space for everything. So,
yeah. Well, again, a great organization, and I know firsthand the services that you guys provide, and it is, absolutely. There's nothing. I mean, you're a lifesaver in many cases. This is the only place that typically. We're talking about women that are abused, but sometimes you have men also.
We do. The numbers are very small,
but it's nearly all women.
Yeah.
And they go there in the middle of the night with their kids in tow. Maybe they've been beat up, and you provide them food, clothing, and shelter for the kids and all. So I'll tell you another thing you probably need are toys for the kids.
We do. That is a big thing. It's such a chaotic situation that happens and stuff like that, and the kids have been exposed to a lot of unhealthy behavior and violence. And so one of the things, again, we just mentioned that we don't have the space. Mom can only bring whatever pretty much she can pack and carry.
Right.
And so a lot of the toys get left behind. When you're fleeing in the middle of an emergency, you just don't think to bring all that kind of stuff.
You basically grab the kids and you run out the door with whatever you got on your back.
Yep. So to try to make it as comfortable and the transition as easy as possible, it would be nice to have more toys for the children that go in.
So if you want to bid on or on these products, how do you do so?
Well, if they call it these tickets, they're sold for $100 each. It's good for 2 adults, and there's going to be barbecue, that kind of stuff. There's going to be country music artist Jenny Dale Lord's going to be there. We're going to have a silent auction, so they can bid on the silent auction items as well. And then throughout the event, as tickets are eliminated, every now and then they'll auction off a ticket to get back into the game. And so those are real good opportunities to really increase your chances as to winning those products.
Yeah. Now, say where and when?
It's this Saturday at Double B Party Barns out there. Where Reese is. It's just right across the street off of 19th.
Yeah.
And 1905 Research Boulevard, actually. And starts at 5:30. It's pretty much going to be a big party. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah. Well, that's a great facility.
Yeah, it is. It's very appropriate for this kind of event.
Okay. Hey, Stephen, we're glad that you came, and best of luck with your party and your auction. We hope you've raised a lot of funds, and we hope that we've motivated some of our listeners to make some donations to Women's Protective Services. I assure you, it is a great organization, and it serves a worthy cause. You're doing God's work out there.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me.
All right, bud.
Yeah, thank you.
Quick break, and we'll be right back.